Hey everybody, my name is Martin Williams. Thank you for tuning in to the Guided Expressions podcast. Today is Sunday, August 19th. Can you believe that the summer is almost over? I certainly can't. I know that my daughter is going to be heading back to school in about 2 weeks, and this summer has been a bit of a blur, to be honest. But let's talk about what I wanted to talk about today. I want to also remind you that if you are not a subscriber, you can certainly be a subscriber. You can subscribe on Apple Podcasts as well as a host of other podcasting modules. Also go to my website, www.guidedexpressions.com, and you can get information about this podcast and all the other cool things that I'm doing concerning my business. And for those of you that don't know me, which at this stage is probably anyone who's listening, my name is, again, Martin Williams. I am a transformational mindset coach as well as an entrepreneur. And what I do is I help people just live better lives. I help people get the goals that they want, the dreams that they want. I think everyone has a dream. I think everyone has things that they're chasing after, things that they would like to accomplish while they're on this earth. And a lot of times in the midst of life, in the midst of living life, our goals tend to go on the back burner, and we tend to try to help other people achieve their goals, and there's nothing wrong with that. Certainly nothing wrong with that. But my question to you is, what about your goals? What about your dreams? What dreams did you have as a young person? And, now that you're an adult and you have your own responsibilities, many of you have children, many of you have spouses, and, you're living life. But, what about your goals? Are you going after your goals? What are you doing about those goals, those dreams that you had? And the thing about your goals and dreams is that they're not going to leave you alone. They're like children in a lot of ways. And I don't mean to say that in a bad way, but your goals and dreams are a lot like kids, and they're gonna continue to grab at your attention until you start paying attention to them. And your goals and dreams are important because they shape you into the person that you will ultimately become. It's very rarely about the thing that you're going after. It's what the thing that you're going after makes of you. It's what you become in the pursuit of your goals and dreams. So I want to encourage you all, even if you don't listen to me, if you listen to someone else, go after your dreams and goals. Go after it. Go after the thing that you want to do in your life. Whatever it is. Maybe you want to go back to school and finish that degree. Maybe you want a new house. Maybe you want to drive a better car. Maybe you want to start a business, and not just start a business, but have a successful business. Maybe you want to, work with a certain group of people, and, maybe you want to change professions, and, maybe you want to get married. Maybe you want to have children. Whatever the case may be, go after those dreams, go after those goals. Do the thing that is in your heart, as the prophet Nathan told King David in the Bible. Do that thing that's in your heart. So this particular episode has to do with the law of averages. And the law of averages is something that a lot of science people know very well, but also in business, this is something that's practiced a lot. The first time that I heard it explained really well was from a man by the name of Jim Rohn, R-O-H-N. And he is a personal development speaker. He was a personal development speaker. He is since deceased. I think in 2011, he passed away. But he really was one of the main people in the personal development realm. He really was well respected, and he is someone that a lot of people looked up to. He happened to be Tony Robbins' mentor. Tony Robbins' first job in the personal development realm was with Jim Rohn, and Jim Rohn taught him a lot. And we see how Tony Robbins has turned out. He's really, if there's one person that would embody personal development, and self-help is Tony Robbins. So, Jim Rohn is a guy that a lot of people looked up to, and for good reason. He's certainly someone that I looked up to, someone that has inspired me to make changes in my life. And one of the things that he talked about was the law of averages, and he explained it that, once a ratio starts, it tends to continue. And for me, the law of averages, what it means is that, even though things are not going well right now, that if you continue to show up and you continue to put forth the effort, eventually things turn around. Nothing ever stays the same. And that is, one of the constants of life. A lot of people believe that they're stuck, or they believe that, they're not really moving in life. And that's not really true. We're either getting better or we're getting worse. And you're either getting better or worse depending upon what you do every single day. All right. Are you getting better or are you getting worse? And ultimately, that is a decision that you make. No one makes that decision for you. You make that decision for yourself. The law of averages, the way that I interpret it, is that, every day I get up and go to work in my business, maybe someone will take something that I write or something that I say on a podcast or something that I distribute and share it with a lot of people. And then there are days when no one shares anything. There are days when people will buy a lot of product from me, and there will be days when no one buys anything. And my lesson, the thing that I got from that, is that either I continue to go on in the business or I give up. But the law of averages is that 50-50, it could go either way. Someone could buy something and then someone could not buy anything. Now, if it's 3 weeks of someone not buying anything, is that a cause for concern? It might be. It certainly might be. It might be something that, maybe there's something that I need to improve. Maybe there's something that I need to do better. Or am I making mistakes that I'm not really aware of? I'm always going to look at things and make sure that I'm doing things as well as I could possibly be doing them. But I'm not going to give up because, just because, I'm not experiencing the type of results that I should be experiencing. You don't give up because the law of averages is in play. Okay? You have to understand that at the end of the day, the law of averages will always work for you if you understand how it works. It's really this simple. Every day, it's kind of like flipping a coin. And that coin could be heads or tails, right? Today I flip a coin, it might be heads. Tomorrow I flip that same coin, it might be tails, okay? And we really don't know. We really don't know. All we can do is stay in the fight. If there's ever something that you have to learn about persistence, the law of averages is perfect for that, because as long as I continue to show up, I may have 50 bad days. Eventually, I'm going to have a good day. And the longer I stay in it, the more good days I'm due to have because of the law of averages. Have you ever noticed that some people start off really slow? They start off, they have no customers, they have no followers, they have no clients. And then all of a sudden, something just happens. Something just explodes. And, they get to a place where, they're successful. And in the same token, you ever notice how people start off really fast? Some companies start off really fast. Some companies, explode in growth, and then they die out. It's the law of averages, right? The key is to stay with it so you can weather the ups and the downs, okay? And the wiser you become, the more experienced you become, the downs won't be as large because you know how to mitigate a lot of those things. But every business has up periods, down periods, slow seasons, explosive seasons. Every business has it. The key is you got to stay in it. You got to stay with it. And it's not just in business, it's in anything. It's in relationships. You know, you could have really good times and then really lousy times, but what do most people do? Most people quit. Most people, you know, break up, get divorced or whatever. And I'm not saying that there aren't times when that's necessary, but a lot of times it isn't. A lot of times it's not that you guys aren't meant for each other. Sometimes it's just a matter of weathering the storm until the sun comes back. Sometimes it's just a matter of understanding that every day, some days could be good, some days might not be good. But I'm in it for the long haul. So I'm not worried about whether I have a bad day or a bad week. All right? Are you in your business for the long haul? You know, are you going after your goals for the long term and not just the short term? Are you in it to win it? Or are you in it to just feel good? Because there's going to be days when you're not going to feel as great. There's going to be days when you're not going to feel so hot. There's going to be days when, you know what, I feel like quitting. I feel like giving up. I feel like, you know what, this business is not a good idea. The key is to stay in it, stick with it, until it produces what you want it to produce. The law of averages. Some good, some not so good. Some heads, some tails. It's just going to be that way. Okay? Life will change. The key is for you to stay focused, stay on the course, and stay locked in on your goals. So hopefully that encourages you. Hopefully that helps you. My name is Martin Williams. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you next time.